So this is a UML diagram, and UML diagrams are made up with design patterns. And to understand design patterns, you need to know what an interface is. Now, if we were looking at Objective-C, they make it pretty clear what the interface is because they have a header file which says interface. And we can see that basically an interface is a list of selectors. Create window from nib, create window in code. So if we went to the implementation file, we would see, there we are, create window from nib, and then the implementation, so selector, that's a whole method, then create window in code, and then the implementation. Now that's not really the way we do things in Smalltalk. We don't cut off all the selectors and put them somewhere. This is a typical method. There's our selector, there's our implementation, and they never really separate. Like I say, we don't get so bureaucratic as Objective-C. But the question is, how do you identify an interface in Smalltalk? Because it's important if we're going to understand design patterns and UML diagrams. And you can see that when we look at the method categorizations, there's nothing that says interface. So how do we know what the interfaces are? Well, usually we keep the interface in an abstract superclass, and we can look up the word abstract for classes and see that there are a bunch of classes with the first name abstract. We'll take abstract sound, and we can see that it's the top of a hierarchy of a huge range of different kinds of sounds, and the interface is defined in the abstract superclass, in this case abstract sound. So if we switch to the Omni browser, things can get a little clearer because we've got these little green arrows beside all of the methods, selector names, in the abstract superclass, which defines the interface. And we can take a selector name like isPlaying. It has a down arrow showing that there's a subclass which is overriding this selector. And so this class scorePlayer is adapting to the interface of the abstract superclass abstract sound. So the interface is a list of selectors.